Truman Bradley, speaking for your local Chrysler dealer. And tonight I have a real challenge for you, because we believe that 15 minutes here can change 15 years of car buying habits. And that's especially true if you now drive one of the two major competitive cars in Chrysler's price class. In fact, every day more and more folks just like you are making the big switch to the exciting new 56 Chrysler. But let's spend a Saturday morning with the owners of this sleek new power style Chrysler, and I'll show you some of the reasons why. Notice how your neighbors look with admiration as you drive out in your new Chrysler. And no wonder, from the rakish flare of its new flight-swept rear fenders right up to its bold but elegant new front styling, the new power style Chrysler emphasizes the forward look of power in motion.
Looks like it's still moving, even when it stops.
Some design, some design, some design.
I think anytime something is, you can tell someone put thought into the way something is, that's design. So if it's not just a functional, piece of like a can opener, it's something that has been thought out. Even a can opener can be art if it's thoughtfully put together. If it's something that requires a lot of creativity and thought to look beautiful, it's made to be pleasing to the eye. I think that's art.
A big definition of who you are as a designer, it's the way that you look at the world. And I guess it's one of the sort of curses of what you do, is that you're constantly looking at something and thinking, why is it like that? Why is it like that and not like this?
Okay, they're not scientists, they're not engineers, they're certainly not writers, but they're doing work which is extremely critical to the function of our society.
First, yeah, the script is, the ideas first, and then the script happens, and I kind of start building stuff in animation. I don't really like animate it, but like some of the hand drawings I do. And then David C. Barnett is the guy that did it. And pick out music, put them together, and then I have to bring his voice into the program and kind of like edit to the voice and build.
I usually do some drawings, sort of thumbnail drawings. They're not great drawings, but they are the gist of an idea. And what I try to do is I try to make those flat images that I have on my paper, I try to make them three-dimensional. And I work with a lot of slab construction. So I sketch with the clay, and that's how the ideas are generated, and that's how the ideas keep changing. And I always work in series. I wouldn't just make one of something. I always think of the first one as first generation, and then as I keep making more, and hopefully the idea keeps developing.
Literally everything is made from art and design. You can't have one without the other. You can't have anything that you see around you without art and design. And right now, especially in digital field, art is going to places, it's combining with science in a way that I don't think people already assumed that it would. And it's creating so many careers. Like game design wasn't a thing 20 years ago, and now it's this huge thing.
Design trends kind of like move in different ways, and like if you watch like the commercial, I'll watch commercials like frame by frame when there's animation in them, or like the design in any kind of spot. And it's weird because it's like you see that, and then you see another spot replicate it, and then you see something else, and it's even like color patterns and stuff like that. Just kind of like I don't know if it's the artist influencing the artist, or if it's society influencing the art, or if it's the art influencing society. I don't really know. That's something for smarter people than me. I just try to make stuff look cool. That's about it, you know.
person. There's so many new programs to learn. And things are changing so quickly with technology that it's hard to keep up. So for someone who's an illustrator or an animator, there's always a new program that you feel compelled to have to learn or to have to invest in, even, you know, financially. So that, to me, is a huge challenge because it's so hard to keep up, and you don't know it's hard to predict what programs will become important in the future and what programs you need to learn ahead of time.
In general, one of the challenges about being an artist or a designer is that there are a million other people just like you out there. And it's like, how can you make yourself appear more special? Like, what do you have that a company wants to like invest in? That's basically what you are. You're your own company and people are investing in you. As a person in game design, as a woman specifically, I face a lot of gender bias because it's a predominantly male field and people don't look at women like we can even play video games, let alone make them. So that's a huge, huge thing, along with trying to create games that I actually believe in. Like, for instance, if you ever play like any popular game, it's most likely starring a white male. Trying to break those norms, like, it goes against so much of what's already in game design, like what's in video games right now, because what's happening is what's popular. People are buying it. So to change that up, even if it seems like you're doing something more accepting by having like a person of color or a woman lead character, seems so like makes sense, but I wouldn't believe how much of a challenge it can be.
Challenges of creating makes people smarter. I think when you get asked to make something, you really have to use a different part of your brain, and it's important to really be thinking in a different manner. It's different than writing, it's different than a math problem. Creativity is really important to society.
So I think art and design is important to our society because I think it kind of reflects who we are as human beings. I think I think there's a lot of things that separate us from animals. For instance, I think we've proven that like apes can build tools and know how to fashion tools out of things. But one thing that humans do that other animals don't is they make things that look to them, that look appealing, you know, that look beautiful. They have found a way to design and to make art, and I think that's, you know, that's who we are as people. That's what makes us people, is the fact that we are artists as opposed to just, you know, tool makers or like robots with no emotions. I think art is a reflection of our emotions.